Commissioner candidates. First on the agenda would be Democrat David Nufer, who had not responded to us. All right. And Republican Andy Kostielney, our current commissioner for District 1. Andy Kostielney.
Not only for this opportunity to speak tonight, but more importantly for all the work that they've done and continue to do over the last many years to help make St. Joe County accountable and government so it runs well. Now, usually I like to start a talk such as this with a political joke, but the problem is I've lived in St. Joe County my entire life and I've seen far too many political jokes get elected, so I don't even want to go there at all. I'm going to accomplish three things tonight. One, tell you a little bit about myself. Two, tell you a little bit about what I've done currently as county commissioner. And three, talk about a couple of things I'd like to do if I'm elected in November. My name's Andy. I'm a lifetime resident of St. Joe County. As I realized a couple of months ago, I've now spent more than 14 consecutive days outside of St. Joe County my entire life. Now, some people might think that's kind of odd or they're a little different, but to me, I like it. That's how important St. Joe County is to me. I've raised my family here. I married my wife Joy 21 plus years ago. We've got three great kids. I've got a son Tom, who's 20, a junior at Notre Dame, a daughter Abby, who's 18, a freshman at Notre Dame, and I've got a daughter Maddie, who's 13 and in 8th grade at Christ the King. St. Joe County is very important to me. But by far, there's nothing I could do better or have a prouder accomplishment than it is being married as long as I have and raising the three great kids. That is the best thing I'm ever going to do in my life. Hopefully closely followed, though, by some of the work I've done while serving on the Board of Commissioners. Having served on the council for 3.5 years, I had a pretty good idea of what the county budget looked like. So when I was voted in to replace Mark Dobson at the beginning of 2009, I had a good idea of where I wanted to start on my second day of work. Now, the reason why I had to wait until my second day of work because my first day was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I was like the only person in the entire office that day. So I had to wait one more day until everyone else got there. What a lot of people have talked about, not so much tonight, but in the past, is that criminal justice takes about 2/3 to 3/4 of the county budget. What a lot of people don't know, though, is that the single largest line item is the county health care. And that comes in at over $10 million, out of a $65 million budget. Over $10 million of that is dedicated towards health care costs. So it's pretty obvious to me the first place that I wanted to look at if we were going to try and cut spending like we've all had to do in our personal lives, we had to try and find a way to do more with less. So that's what I tried to do. So on day 2, I asked if I could supervise the Human Resources Department, which oversees all benefits, and I was granted that wish, and we began working. From that point on, in the beginning of 2009 until the end of the year, we found a way to come in over $2.5 million under budget for the first time since I can remember when that happened. That was done through restructuring. That was done through auditing every person that was on books that we were paying money for. That was making sure we were getting all the discounts that we should have gotten. We looked over everything to make sure that we were getting treated as fairly as we should have. We didn't stop there. Other ways that we identified to save money was we looked at a different carry for our natural gas. Year to date, back from middle of 2009 to date, we've been able to save between $250,000 and $300,000 alone simply by changing our natural gas carriers. We consolidated where it made sense. We reduced staff in both human resources and in the highway department, which are both areas that the Board of Commissioners oversaw. This is still at the beginning. I'm elected in November to continue in my office. We're looking at things like our liability insurance for the county. We found a broker who's going to go over all our coverages. He thinks we can save between $60,000 and $75,000 annually with no changes to coverage, but simply getting a better plan than what we currently have. Those are the kind of things that I try and do to bring a real-world experience to county government. Please, if you support me on November 2nd, then I will continue to bring common sense back to government. Thank you very much.
County Council District A, there are actually 3 candidates. The Democrat is Mike Hamann, who is not here. The Libertarian is Zmyslo, who is with us. Zmyslo.
main reason for running for office, especially county council, is I want to be an advocate of the taxpayers, and I want to give people a voice in county government. I am not a Johnny-come-lately. I have been working with the Citizens for Common Sense for many years in a nonpartisan manner to curb government spending, lower taxes, stop tax increases, and limit Taj Mahal building projects. I try to go to different meetings. I try to go to the city council meeting, county council meeting, bring up things, and try to keep the politicians' feet to the fire in regard to spending our tax dollars. I ran for county commissioner in the primary 2 times without party support as a Democrat. I come fairly close both times. The last time I ran as an independent, gathering 750 signatures to get on the ballot, which I thought was a great feat in itself. I got about 25% of the vote as an independent. And I'm kind of proud of that because I don't think that's happened too many times here in St. Joe County. I'm tired of party politics and the 2-party system, basically. Another reason I joined the Libertarian Party this year and decided to run for county council. The Libertarian Party is a party of principle working for your best interests. The party places the interests of the nation above the interests of the party. We stand for smaller government, lower taxes, and more freedom. I am tired of going to county and city council meetings and seeing the basically pretty much complete disregard of the taxpayers' wishes and the many important issues that come before them. That's one of the reasons it's driven me to run. I mean, you get the majority of people down there and they're against something that's happening and the issue that's at hand. The majority of them are against the issue, and yet it passes most of the time. If I'm elected, I plan to establish with my county salary, I plan to establish an internet system that I can get in contact with the people, and they can contact me on a phone system for the same. I will take a hand count at county council meetings to gauge public support with a yes or no vote on the most important issues that I feel come before the council. My vote will support what the majority of the taxpayers feel about that issue. I would support much of the GOP contract, but feel there is much more work needed to bring jobs to our county than just trying to raise the county budget. I think it's beyond that. I feel that everyone must pay their fair share of taxes. We need to, as far as I'm concerned, we need to stop tax abatements, eliminate the tips, take a look at the non-for-profits that have grown in our county. Tax abatements for corporate welfare, as far as I'm concerned, must be stopped at the federal level, but why not start here in St. Joe County? If you look at these 3 areas, we can bring down taxes for all in our county. People will move here to live and start businesses, and we will grow. Also, our debt from the many Taj Mahal building projects must be addressed, causing us to have a higher tax rate in St. Joe County, other than Lake County, and anywhere in the state of Indiana. And we must institute a freeze on building projects. At last, our schools are getting, getting our children educated is a huge issue, and getting business to relocate here. I feel that any politician that's in this county needs to really start speaking up from the mayor on down, no matter who's elected, as to trying to get the kids that's educated in this county and get them trained for the jobs. We need our kids to graduate from school well educated and trained for the jobs to come here. I understand there are over 3 million people at this time, 3 million jobs that are not filled because we do not have the people qualified to fill them in this country. Is it? I'm done. Okay. Thank you very much.
And the Republican for County Council A is Jay Kata.
Thank you very much.
Citizens for Common Sense, thank you to CCOM, St. Paul's for having us here tonight. I'd like to say thank you to my mom, who's out there under the exit sign hiding in the corner. She's been a staple of my campaign, and if it wasn't for her, I really wouldn't be here. So, thanks a lot, Alan. Thank you very much. St. Joseph County is dying, ladies and gentlemen. St. Joseph County is losing businesses and citizens like it's the Exodus. We see time after time, we see bad business policies by the Democrat administration in charge. We see high taxes placed upon us by the Democratic administration in charge. And we see these policies, we see these taxes, and again, they keep driving people away. We need to open the business, we need to open the door to business, to new business, to sustainable business in St. Joseph County. You know, we've heard a lot of people tonight, and I think 3 or 4 were saying about why we have such high property taxes. But nobody has given us a reason why it is. That's because we've taxed and spent ourselves into so much debt through the county council that we can't afford to have our property taxes in line with the other counties in our state. Unfortunately, those things need to change. We need to bring new jobs to St. Joseph County. We need to bring sustainable jobs to St. Joseph County. We need to bring new service economy jobs. Manufacturing has always been, and will continue to be, a great staple of St. Joseph County. Unfortunately, the way the new economy goes, that's not going to be the primary economy. We need to focus on more service-oriented jobs, like pickpacking, like warehousing facilities, like shipping facilities. We need to be able to manufacture those things and sustain the service jobs here in St. Joseph County that will allow those local manufacturers to broadcast those products across the world. We can do that here. We can do things like lower our crime rate. When we have more jobs, we increase the tax base, which allows us to do things like lower your option tax. My opponent spoke about the contract. Those of you who don't know, myself as well as the other 4 county council candidates 2 weeks ago signed a contract with St. Joseph County. A 5-point plan is something we have pledged citizens of St. Joe County to do. We have pledged to remove the county tax rate, to decrease county government by 5%, to increase transparency. One of the things that Fleming were here, I'm sure she would talk about, is putting a county checkbook online so that every citizen in St. Joseph County, with a few clicks of the mouse, can see every penny their tax dollars are spent. That is what conservative leadership will bring you to St. Joseph County. If you guys would like a copy, I actually brought some copies that's over on the table of the contract with St. Joseph County. If you vote for myself, Jay Kata, as well as the other county council candidates, conservative leadership, fiscally conservative leadership is what you will get in St. Joseph County, and we will bring jobs, lower taxes, and less crime in St. Joseph County. Thank you very much.
Okay, for County Council District 80, the candidates are Democrat Corey Noland, who had not responded, and Republican Dennis Jordan, who did respond and is not here, so I hope that all is well with him and his family. Answer period. Oh, I wanted to let you know that I did get notified that council candidate Dennis Jordan is not here because he came down with strep throat. So I guess we appreciate him not bringing that here.